Hello, I'm Christina with The Turned Leg. I love to salvage, repurpose, and create and help others to do the same. And I have a question for you. Have you ever stocked a piece of furniture at a thrift store? Recently, I went to my favorite thrift store and I found a new piece, which was a cool table. I thought I could really make it over and make it something pretty, but it had to be the right price. When I asked about it the first time, the price was higher than I wanted to pay. So I kept my eye on it. Every time I visited my favorite thrift store, it was still there. And the last time I went, it was not only still there, but it was very wobbly and the price was reduced. Upon further inspection, I found out that it had lost one of the washers that secured the table leg on. It was the only reason it was wobbly. So I loaded it up in my vehicle to bring it home.
So here is the table on the way home from the thrift store. Always a good idea to carry some tools in your car to take pieces apart to make transportation easy. I got it home and the first thing I needed to do was to sand it with my DeWalt orbital sander. And I quickly discovered this was not veneer, this was not wood, it was actually particle board. I would not be able to refinish the wood top, so paint was the best option. I'm using DIY paint because it sticks to everything. DIY paint is a clay-based, all-natural paint that comes in a variety of colors. To get any of the paint or products I'm using here today, you can go to my website at shoptheturnedleg.com. What do you do when the wood top that you thought you had is not going to work out and it's not real wood? You paint wood. This project was inspired by a video I saw from She Paints, and I'll put a link in the description box below. For this project, I'm using two different colors of DIY paint, layered chocolate and crinoline.
Are you enjoying this video? If so, you know what to do. Click the like button and subscribe. Also, if you click the bell, you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. It really helps me to continue to grow my channel to help others to salvage, repurpose, and create.
You're going to need a paint scraper for this project. I found a whole bunch of these at the dollar store, but the metal kind that you use on your walls to patch holes would work too. You just want to load up both colors and put the paint down. It's okay if it's thick, and don't think too much about it. It's going to give you the look of wood. Just keep going and trust the process. The method that worked best for me was loading up both of the colors, pulling it down on the piece, and then going back over in the opposite direction. One tip I have is don't overwork your colors too much. Just keep building up texture. You'll find areas you like better than others, and you can add in highs and lows as needed. My table had a rounded edge there and the whole scraper technique was not going to work, so I used a brush, I dipped it into both of the colors and painted the edges. Besides giving a great finish with this technique, it's also a lot of fun. If you haven't tried it, you need to. I'm using DIY paint for this project because it is so great at blending. But let me tell you, DIY paint is also not self-leveling. So you are able to build up texture. And for a tabletop, you want to make sure that your surface is smoothed down so your tabletop is smooth. So I'm going to show you how I achieved this. It's really quite simple. Another thing you want to pay close attention to is on the edges. If you have an edge on your table like I do, you want to make sure you smooth out any drips that you have so they do not dry raised. To smooth out the rest of the table, I just use a little bit of water in my Water Girl Fine Mist spray bottle. DIY paint can easily be reactivated with water at any time until you seal it, which makes it so easy to work with. I'm also using a nice flat brush so that I can smooth things out even easier. Once you get your piece the way you want it, it is time to seal the paint. I am using my favorite top coat, Big Top from DIY Paint, to seal it. You just brush it on, let it dry, and add more coats as needed. Normal coverage on most pieces is 2 coats of top coat, but because this is a kitchen table, I like to use 3 to 5 coats. It dries quick, it really doesn't take that much time, and the piece will be so much more durable. I did a lot of work on the top of the table, but I want the legs to be done quickly, so I'm using DIY Cottage Colors One Step Paint. It is paint and top coat in one. For this project, I am choosing white linen, which is the brightest white of DIY paint. And I was able to only have to use 2 coats of paint for full coverage. When you have a project you want to just get done, one-step paint makes it really easy to finish those projects. And since I already had the one-step paint open, I also painted a few boards that I would turn into signs later. When the paint was dry on the legs, I finished them off by distressing them with 220 grit sandpaper. And then I put the table together.
Let's take a look at how this piece turned out. Now I do want to tell you, normally I'm able to take beauty shots outside. We had a big winter snowstorm that hit, so I had to take it to my booth at Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall. Let's take a look at how this piece turned out.
What I thought would be a simple refinish of the top and a painting of the legs soon became a bigger project when I realized the top was not real wood. So I changed gears. For me, the most stressful part of my job is transporting my piece safely to my booth and setting it up.
Thank you so much for watching. Now get out there to salvage, repurpose, and create.